Living life is like playing a violin solo in public and learning to play the instrument as we go along, naked. No rational person believes they could play a musical instrument perfectly the first time they tried. Yet in our spiritual life, we often expect perfection and then become disillusioned when our expectations are not met. The level of our serenity is directly proportional to our expectations of perfection. To be clear, we should expect great, marvelous things to arise in our lives when we live on the spiritual basis. But we must also remember that our lives are works in progress. We seek spiritual progress, not perfection. Now, for my Christian friends, this may seem inconsistent with the great carpenter's teaching, but it is not. The perfection he taught on was the perfection of purpose. We're all flawed, so we abandon ourselves to God as we understand Him, seeking guidance and strength in every area of life and living. In this way, we can achieve perfection. But to think that any of us will stand perfect in every thought, word, deed, and action is a recipe for irritability, restlessness, and deep discontentment. God is perfect, as is our divine selfhood. But living, being human, is a work in progress and often messy. And to believe that we can do this mistake-free is a tragic error. We only see a great artist's final product, not their preliminary attempts. How many versions of Beethoven's masterpieces did he discard before the final renditions we know today? How many canvases did Rembrandt paint over? How many failures did Thomas Edison learn from on his way to his great discoveries? The perfection in our lives is being willing to go on in the face of missteps, of fear and doubt, and instead choosing to trust the inner voice of inspiration. Now, conversely, when we stand in front of a mirror naked, we see our imperfections. Yet in God's eyes, we are perfect just as we are. Living on the spiritual basis, we trust infinite God rather than our finite selves. We keep our eyes on God and capitalize those seeming missteps in our spiritual evolution as opportunities to demonstrate His omnipotence. And when we err, and we all will and do, we thank Him for knowing Him better and then take whatever action is indicated to address the misstep. If you don't know what that action is or what path to follow, we ask in prayer to be shown, and the right answer will come. Now, by acting in this way, we own the lesson, and possible repetition of the misstep is greatly reduced, achieving perfection of purpose and action. Clothing optional, but recommended. My name is Vincent Lee Jones. You can find my videos on miracles of recovery on Facebook, on YouTube, LinkedIn, Facebook, and Vimeo as well at Vincent Lee Jones, and my writings on Blogger, title of the page, Living in Spirit. Have a blessed day.